Good afternoon. It's been a while. I know I kind of just fell off the face of the earth there for a minute, but couldn't really be helped. I fell ill for a little bit, and then coming off of the heels of that, I had to have a molar pulled, which put me in a mood. And so here I am. I gave away like a number of tomatoes between my last video and now because I just wasn't feeling well enough to even care to eat anything. So, for a period of time, and then the whole tooth thing. So, anyway, I'm coming today with a pineapple tomato. I have discovered, well, one, this is like my best looking one out there before these bugs that looked like, they looked like squash bugs to me, but I had been doing really good with the pests for quite some time. And then when they showed up, they showed up. So I do have a number of other smaller pineapple tomatoes and Cherokee purple tomatoes, but they've all got bug bites. A lot of them, I should say, have bug bites. So I've learned to just, as soon as they start blushing, I pull them to avoid that. But it's just, it's a little rough out there in the garden right now. I also neglected it a lot while I was down. I just really lost a lot of motivation to do much out there. So getting ready to have a cold front come through. So next week is supposed to be 70s and 80s, which is crazy for August. But hopefully I'll have some new blossoms at the end of that week. I do have a determinate tomato plant out there. It is a Carolina Gold plant that has just been sitting out there all summer doing absolutely nothing. And then 2 weeks ago, but it looked healthy, so I didn't pull it, even though I was tempted to. I just thought it wasn't, there were no blossoms, nothing. And I put that in the ground, I believe, back in May. So I didn't really think it was going to do anything, but then we had a week where it dropped down into the 80s. And out of nowhere, I look out there and I have 2 tomatoes growing on it. So hopefully in the next few weeks, a month or so, I'll be able to try one of those out. But hopefully I get more tomatoes with the cold front coming. But without further ado, this likely overripe. It's pretty soft. I threw it in the fridge to kind of slow down the ripening process. So we'll just see how it goes. This is the best I got at the moment. And it's a good sized tomato. It's the first one I had been waiting on forever, so I don't want to waste it. So here we go. I'll just cut into the better looking part of it. The top's not looking so great. It's a pretty tomato though, right? I really like the way that looks on the inside. So I should have used my sharper knife for this. It's plenty juicy, as you can see there. I was tempted to give it away so as not for it to go to waste, but I just really wanted to keep this first tomato for myself because I had been looking at it, watching it. It was the only one on the plant for the longest time, forever, and I was so excited for it to get ripe so I could eat it, and then I had problems. So here we go, first bite without salt. It tastes like a burger tomato. It tastes like something that would be really good on a burger. It's right in the middle of the sweet. It's not really tart at all. But to me, it kind of just has like a standard tomato taste, like what you would expect a tomato to taste like. I guess they kind of all do in a sense. That zebra tomato, that was something different to me, but it's good. I like it. Let me go ahead and after the salt. There's a flavor in there I can't quite put my finger on. Like I said, it does taste like something that would go on a burger. It's a good tomato. I guess I don't have a lot to say about it. Maybe it's because I'm rusty on doing my reviews right now, but it's a good tomato. Would I grow it again? Yes, I would grow it again. Am I excited about having more of these? Yes. This time, instead of giving them away, if it explodes like I hope it does, with the cooler weather coming through, then I will be freezing them. Also, yeah, there's some taste there that I can't quite put my finger on what that is. Maybe a very slight tart flavor. I don't know exactly. But it reminds me of just your basic slicing tomato, and it's pretty tasty. So I had mentioned in one of my previous videos that I had a tomato plant that I lost the tag for and wasn't sure what it was. I thought it might be a dark galaxy plant, but it's really looking like I have 2 pineapple tomato plants out there. So it finally did produce some fruit, and that fruit is looking an awful lot like this tomato. So if that changes, I'll do a review on it, but they're looking really like I have accidentally planted 2 pineapple tomato plants. So that's really all I have for this one. Sorry it took so long. I don't want to ramble on about it, but it's a very, very tasty tomato. Not too sweet, definitely not tart. It's not real acidic. I guess I'm getting to a point where maybe I'll be able to do like a lineup of all of my tomatoes, and I'll be able to rate them as I go. So I could do like a rating of what I like the most to the least. I can tell you off the top of my head that I still love my little midnight snack cherry tomato plant. However, it is on its last leg. I don't think it's gonna do much more. I might be wrong next week. It might do something, but for the most part, it looks like it's dying. Partially, that would be my fault because I really did neglect everything out there. Like the weeds have taken over and everything. I did some weeding last week, but I guess maybe there's a part of me that has just stopped caring. I have a white velvet okra plant out there, so I will, it's finally started producing, and they're really pretty pods. So I think in a day or two, I'll have a couple of pods from that. Maybe I'll do a taste test on those. I can tell, I had one that I pulled a little too soon. It was really slimy. The slime factor was out of this world. So I don't know. I do have a bit of a gag reflex with those. But anyway, I will stop rambling. Hope everyone who's watching this video is doing well. And I will do a Cherokee purple tomato next.